Happy Friday. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday here. I wanted to share with you guys today something that's been in discussion. I had a little session in a group and was discussing about definitions and how you define things. And I've done this wrote this in my book, Rediscover Your Greatness. I talked about how words are the fabric to reality, how you define things, how you phrase things, the stories you put behind it actually creates that. We were talking about the discussion of failure and why is it that some people see failure that is a blunt hit to them, that it kind of wrecks them where they never bounce back. And then there are other people who look for failure, who are actually excited to have failure, to where all of a sudden when they have it, they know that it's going to help them thrive more. Now, these are two different individuals with vastly two different outcomes, two different perspectives that create different outcomes. That one doesn't really succeed in life the way they desire to. The other one is living life like they desire and so much more. Well, I want to take you to a principle, right? First of all, if I said definitions is everything. So how do you define failure? You have to look at how you define failure. Your definition is going to be the most important definition of anyone. You can Google it, see what's on Webster Dictionary and all these different things, but it's not going to mean anything because it's not you creating that. It's not you dictating what failure means. You have to understand that the power of what you have, the power we have within us is immeasurable. There is no technology that can determine that. And so when you look at the essence of who we are, how you define something gives life to it. Wherever you put your energy, you're giving life to that. So how do you define failure? For me, failure is quitting. That's it. There's really no, if I quit, then I failed. But if I keep moving forward and if I stay consistent with what I'm doing, eventually I will succeed at that. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. You can practice at something on and on and on and on, and eventually you will be successful. Even one of the worst teams in the world will eventually beat one of the best teams in the world. There will come that day. You just have to have that kind of mentality. But let's take it a little bit further and let's understand the beauty of failure, right? Because I just said failure means, to me, it's quitting. But failure, though, at the same token, or hitting the darkness, or having a challenge, or having an obstacle, right? Or what I say is I'm going to win the war, but I may lose battles along the way, but I will win the war no matter what. And one of those mentalities is looking at things and really seeing how it can help me grow. How can not succeeding at something allow me to thrive better, how to get better, how to work at my craft. And so there's some ways you can do this, but it's the story you put behind it, right? I wrote a whole book on this called The Walk in the Dark, and understanding the darkness, understanding the challenges we face in life and how they actually are a gift for you. They're a gift. They're there to give you stuff so that you can become better at what you do. This is law. It's not like I'm making this stuff up. The universe, God, Allah, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it, it is always supporting you in every step of the way. So when you want to become better as an individual, you want to be a millionaire, you want to have the best marriage ever, you want to have whatever, you're going to go through trials and tribulations to get there. You're going to have to challenge old thinking processes. You're going to be challenged to help give you opportunities. That's what the challenge really is to give you opportunities to thrive in life. And that's why they show up. And if you're mindful enough, then you'll catch that and you'll take it like a lesson, learn from it, and massively grow. And so when you look at, that's the kind of way I look at things, but let's take it one step further, right? The body, if you work out in any way, shape, or form, you understand success. You understand law of consistency. You understand to be persistent in everything that you do. You understand that. And the reason why is because when you work out, the main goal is to fail a muscle. That's what you're looking to do. You're trying to make the muscle fail. And when it fails, it's going to regrow, right? Tissues heal, muscles get thicker, the body adapts, and that's how it grows. That's how it evolves. So every time you do those kind of things, this is what you're thriving for. So if we're doing that for our bodies, and we have to do that, we have to stress our bodies. Okay. This is why stress is so important in life. You don't grow unless you have stress. We have to stress the body to a certain point that it breaks it past its gets it to its failure point. Then that's where growth is going to be activated within. Same thing happens in life. You have to go through the stress. The working out is the circus, the trials and tribulations, the darkness, the challenges in life of what you're choosing to go through. If you can shift your mindset to that, you will find your success at one point or another. It's going to happen. It's a law. As long as you're putting energy into it and you're consistently showing up, it's law. It's going to happen. The law of gender states that there's a gestational period for all things. Everything takes a time period. Everything will take time. You just have to have the faith, the inner knowing within to know that it's going to happen. And when you do that, now all of a sudden it's a game changer for your life. Now imagining taking this information and putting it to work in your business, your career, your money, your marriages, your relationships with family and friends. You take this into your physical health, your mental health, and also your why you're here, the purpose behind it. Becomes a game changer. And now you're living a more soul-filled life, which means a whole life. You're balanced in every aspect, and all aspects are expanding, evolving, and growing the way you choose to do it, the way you want to experience, and so much more. So taking this all back, coming back to the main points of this, failure, what does that really mean to you? Do you see it as something negative or do you see it as something as positive? Perspective is everything. That's going to be the difference between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. That's kind of where I was going with this. Then the second aspect is going to be when you look at failure in this way, you have to really do the work to, understand that it's really here to support you. The universe is always here to help you. So if you can understand that, now anytime you face a challenge, because no challenge is given to you unless you can handle it. That's another fact. So now all of a sudden it's there to support you. Your job is just to be in the moment, sit with it. In my book called The Walk in the Darkness, I call about sitting in the dark. You just got to sit with that. You got to sit with the uncomfortableness and just really feel it out, because the more you do that and the deeper you go in, the more of your light's going to shine. And the more you're going to realize the power of who you really are. So that's what I got for you this Friday. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend, and we'll be talking soon.